Be present in over 100 experiences covering 20 genres. Virtual Presence Productions.
This shit is like Chernobyl. Nakatomi Plaza is falling apart. It was great for a while.
It was great for a while. I mean, 10 years is 10 years. That's pretty good, right?
No, it was great for a while. It's just like every other thing that's great. It just goes by the wayside.
Oh, I see where you're going. You're not going with it here, but you're going with it. I guess we should start this, right?
We're recording. I see that tally line.
Yep. I made sure I'm not fucking with you. I'm not gonna put you in a
What's up?
straight position.
What's up, Virtual Presence? You got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. What's the we last
Let me
talked
ask you
in
a
September.
question. What's the frame here? Like right here?
Oh, they can see that for loco.
You're an ass.
Well, they've already seen it. You might as well drink it.
You're an ass.
Don was golfing today, and he had a little fun.
What an ass.
It's afternoon.
Let's see.
Now he's
That
behind the
frame is. That frame stops right there. You're so full of shit.
Bullshit. You can see it. I'm telling you.
Oh, it's 180.
Yeah.
Yeah,
VR
I'm at 189. You
Yeah.
can't see shit.
I guess this is how it's going to start. Welcome to Virtual Presence Podcast for February 2025.
And if he doesn't edit this, I'll sue him.
All right, sweet. A major league lawsuit. That's what I needed. Hey, check out what I got. What you don't realize is you could see that always and every time you've ever been here. Do you know what these are?
They have cameras in them, so I guess it's some kind of space age.
It's also got AI in it. So I can say...
Allen Iverson is in here? What the fuck?
I can be like...
He's so little.
Hey, Meta, can you look at what I'm seeing and tell me what it is?
And what does Meta say?
Let's find out.
How will I know?
I'll tell you.
How will I know you're not...
It appears to be... Oh, gosh. Wow. It appears to be a person sitting at a table in a rustic setting. There are several signs in the background, one of which says, California back in time. How crazy is that shit right now?
You're literally wearing a camera. Why is it crazy?
Because what if I couldn't see very well? I mean, come on, dude. This is going to help some people. And watch, if I go like this, I'm recording now. Right? So we're recording. So I got this for behind the scenes footage for VR180 stuff. So now I can be on social media and show shit like this. What the fuck, Don?
It's amazing.
What are you doing?
I'm looking at fans asking if I'm coming to certain cities.
Okay. How about you look at me so we can get through this goddamn podcast?
I gotta sneeze.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
You're fun already, dude. I miss you. We haven't talked since September of last year. Okay. Well, anything happened to you in the past 5 months or so? Everything going all right?
No, it's cool, man. I've spent a lot of time in Southeast Asia.
Yep.
It was very nice, very relaxing, very un-American.
Right.
When I say un-American, I mean that separated from America.
Right. And that's all he's gonna say. All right. I'm just fucking with you, dude. I gotta fuck with you a little bit.
Man, wait a minute. I gotta get an antihistamine.
What are you allergic to?
Everything.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah, man. The allergies kick in.
This bitch. He didn't...
I have Zyrtec over here. Y'all can't see it.
You're so full. You think I'm not... I want to see... Okay, because he said I got to get antihistamine, and he just chugged his fucking malt liquor.
Wow, that's some bullshit, Adam. Why do you bullshit to people like that to create an image of Goldie that doesn't exist?
Oh, God. Oh, fuck, man. I don't know if you noticed, unless you've watched Fastest DeLorean, but Don loves to... Oh, shit, am I still recording? I'm still recording.
Oh, imagine
what
that.
Up?
And nothing here.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I recorded exactly what happened because it's on I forgot about that.
I will sue you. I will fucking sue you.
You will not sue me, dude.
I will so sue you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know where you live.
I'm going to turn this off now.
I know where you live. I know your wife and children.
Dude, this is already fun. Basically, I do a monthly podcast, right? This is the 14th one we've done, which is a lot.
Explain that to them, not me.
Well, I know. Oh, I need to explain it. They know it because they're watching. You don't know it because you
do. They watch?
I think so. Yeah, I see that. People are watching. People enjoying it.
I don't know why he puts me on these things.
Here's why. This is what I want to tell you. Is that the last time you were here, there was so much good news. It was awesome. And then you got to just come in and smile and be part of this good news. Once again, we finally took a few months, but we're finally to a place where it's all good news. And I got to tell this good news. And who better to tell it to than the guy, you, who was here last time when we did Lakers Media Day. All that crazy shit was happening. Everything.
All the stuff that I know about that I can't tell the world because they can't ever know it until they can know it.
Right, exactly. So you got to act like you have no idea what I'm about to say. But maybe you don't. There's some such stuff you might not know. First and foremost, on Tuesday, March 4th, Monday, March 3rd, Tuesday, March 4th, I'm going to be flying to Phoenix.
Like AI, we should see the words coming across right now, but continue.
Going to Phoenix to shoot Dodger spring training with Ohtani. All right, the Dodgers.
Is that a hotel?
Cute.
Ohtani, is that a hotel?
Very cute. Even for a guy who doesn't know sports much, you should probably know who Shohei Ohtani is. He's a big baseball player.
No, I've got points at that place.
Kind of a big deal.
I don't have to pay resort fees, but continue.
Okay. So I finally, Dodgers call me up and they want to do something. They have a fan club in Japan and they want to give them some premium content and they're going to use Virtual Presence Productions for that premium content. I'm very excited because, I've gone from shooting LeBron and the Lakers to now Ohtani and the Dodgers. Kind of a good resume I'm putting together here.
No, you shot a very famous coach. Can I say his name?
Oh yeah, that's the next news.
Oh,
so that's what happens in next to the Dodgers.
Pete,
Mr. Pete Carroll. We have a resolution on that, which is, it's the strangest story. So the guy who set it up, I call him Yoda because I don't want to say anybody's name because I never know what's going to fucking happen. But he set this up. He's like best friends with Pete Carroll, right? And he really wanted me to shoot his class that he was doing at USC. And I'm like, I don't know if this is the best way to shoot a classroom. But of course I'm going to do it because it's Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll.
This is before he became the Raiders head coach, by the way.
If you don't know who Pete Carroll is, he's a very famous coach, and he coached the Super Bowl winning... Go ahead, tell me.
You want me to leave it to me?
No, because you're the sports guy, but I know it. You don't have to whisper.
Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Bitch, you didn't know. Don't act like you knew.
Why?
You had no idea.
Really? So other than that, what other Super Bowl team would he have coached?
Right, it could have been two.
Which one?
He could have won it again, but he made a rough call. Same with the Seahawks.
Well, I mean, that's
right.
He was a Seahawks
But also,
coach.
he led USC to two national championships with Reggie Bush.
South Carolina?
USC.
Oh, University of South Carolina.
Are you fucking with me? You're fucking with me. University of Southern California,
Absolutely
where we live.
fucking with him.
Anyway, so I'm shooting.
He's so professional.
His class. But the class I chose to shoot was at the Coliseum, and they were doing stuff on the field. I'm like, there. So I got him walking down the tunnel. He was doing tug of war with the college students and saying inspirational shit. It was very cool. It ended up being a very cool thing. I'm going to present that to him maybe tomorrow, but most likely the week after that. And while I was doing the shoot, a couple times, he was like, yo, can you back off? And I'm like, I'm sorry. And I finally, at the end of it, was like, I apologized to him, and I said, listen, man, I don't have a zoom on this. My legs are my zoom. I don't have it's a manual focus. I kind of don't have a choice. And he's like, I was just being a jerk. He was like, it's no big deal. He was laughing with me. But I watched the footage.
Did you get that on film?
Oh, yeah. No one's going to see that.
No
one's going to see that.
Adam's got some gyms.
But No. But the problem was, he said everything was cool and he laughed. I felt good when I got in the car. And then I looked at the footage. I don't think he was joking. I think he was like,
get out of my way.
Motherfucker. Why are you... No. So
I've been there when you've tried to get the shot. And that's all I'm going to say.
I've gotten the shot. They just don't see it.
Yeah, but I've been there when you're, positioning.
Well, it's difficult with this camera. If you want it to look good, you've got to.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, the point is, the following day,
yes,
I get a text from Yoda, the guy who set all this up, and he's like, "I need you to call me," and I'm like, "Fuck," because I'm like, "Oh shit,
here comes the bad
news."
news.
Here comes the bad news, and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he proceeds to like let me down easy and go, listen, I mean, Pete really loved your reel. He said, but he just doesn't see where it can, he doesn't see where it can help with the class. He just doesn't really understand how that kind of helps. He goes, and I'm thinking, yeah, who the fuck thought what? And then he goes, but could you shoot the Raiders? And I'm like, yeah, I could do that. That's something I could do.
You've got door number 1.
What the fuck? And then he proceeds to tell me all this shit, and I'm just like, really? And he's like, yeah, can you put something together for him for this and this? And I'm like, yep. And I don't know when we're going to give that to him. Raiders don't even start practicing until the summer.
I've lobbied for weeks to be the second camera guy, but
dude,
I digress.
Do you know how hard it is to even get a fucking assistant?
I saw your pass. I saw your big, giant, I belong here laminate.
For which?
One of them, I can't remember which one.
Yeah, you do know you need a different one every time you try to do something. It's not like the universal I'm allowed in pass, right? They're dated and color coded.
All passes are dated, but yeah, I get that. No, I get it.
So yay. And he's like, yeah, let's put that together. And I'm like, okay. So that's awesome. And the reason I'm celebrating that now, not like I don't always celebrate babies, but he's a decision maker. That's the head coach of the Raiders. If he wants that done, it's gonna get done. And that's the biggest problem I've been running into.
Have you gotten any checks yet?
I mean, yeah, but not regular, right? Like, I need.
So you're promoting the company on your own dime.
At this point,
and
yes.
That's how you build a company and a brand.
Yeah, then I sure am fucking building. Because it's a lot of building. So the reason this has been so difficult the past year and a half, 2 years almost, is I don't get to the decision makers. I get to the people that know the decision makers, and then they can't seem to communicate to the big people. And I need somebody else to release this shit. Like, the Dodgers thing is cool, but god damn it, it's only going to a fan club in Japan. What the fuck good is that going to do me? But hey, at least it's something. But we're not done yet.
Hold up.
All right,
this is where we break for a commercial because I got to sneeze.
Man, what is with the allergies and Don?
I've been playing golf all day, and it's like it's the spring, and stuff happens.
Okay, Don.
Yes.
You are full of shit.
I'm full of love.
Is all of that? Is all that's in there really just alcohol? Okay. All right. I didn't have my camera on me on that, but we could just replay it.
Adam is a trip.
Adam's a trip.
Adam's a trip. I was playing golf.
Wouldn't it be funny if you were allergic to alcohol?
That could be funny too, considering the fact that this Zyrtec isn't working.
Yeah, it must not be.
You never want to sneeze on 180 degrees of very close-up stuff.
Well, it's not close. I mean, it'd just be like if your friend was sitting there and then you went behind his back.
It'd be just like your friend.
Drank a Four Loko and sneezed in his neck.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the third piece of news, which ironically, even though the Dodgers and Pete Carroll and the Raiders, all that sounds awesome, might be the biggest news yet. So, if you remember last year, I had a meeting set up in New York with the FanDuel network, Bally, but turned into the FanDuel network.
Right.
And right before I was about to go, the lady that set it up was fired. And it was like, of course.
A lot of that going on.
I was like, yeah, of course, that's exactly how this is going to work for me. She did me maybe the biggest solid anybody who has ever, like, Hef has helped me a bunch at FanDuel, but he works there, and he is at least part of the team. While she was fired and no longer part of the team, she emailed me and some people that were going to be in that meeting and said, listen, I'm no longer with the company, however, you should keep going forward, and like introduced me. She didn't have to do that. So I started emailing back and forth with the main guy, and he never responded. I thought it was over. Out of the blue, he emails me, let's set up a meeting. And I'm like, oh, shit. So we finally set up a Zoom meeting, it was last week, and he's like, yeah, we're looking at doing more direct-to-consumer stuff to try to get more digital subscribers. And I was like, jaw dropped, holy shit, that's exactly what I have been saying for the year, is that you've got your app right now. You can easily make it in a VR app. If you added to that app these virtual experiences, dude, you're going to get $5 a month from people that have these headsets that had no idea.
I have attention deficit disorder at times. Cut to the chase.
I just did.
Oh,
He
okay.
wants... So he's going to come out here. They're opening a new facility second week of March, third week of March, and we're going to meet up, and he wants to see the stuff, and we're going to go from there. The reason this is a big deal is because I've always thought that if you go on the network side instead of the specific team side, you're going to do better, because that network actually has access to tons of regions, tons of games, tons of teams.
But doesn't it all boil down to teams that are in place in these corporate environments?
Right, but
so you got this team in the corporate environment, and they get fired, and a whole new team comes in, and then what?
Right, but what I'm saying is that now he's the last man standing, so he might get fired, of course, but assuming somebody has to keep a job there. FanDuel, I don't know if you've been watching sports at all, FanDuel Network is everywhere. They're clearly spending money.
I know that they have commercials.
Right, but that means they're spending money, and he said, yes, we're going forward. My point is, imagine a weekly shoot for FanDuel Network. It could be in San Antonio. It could be with hockey. It could be with the NBA. It could be anywhere in the country.
This is where I lobbied to be the second cameraman because I'm retired and I don't have anything to do.
Right. Your allergies might be a problem, though.
So I just took Zyrtec, and I'm not sniffing.
Right.
Continue.
A little harder to take Zyrtec on the job, though.
Not really. It doesn't cause drowsiness.
Okay. So the point is this is a FanDuel could put out their VR180 stuff. They do sell it at the stadium though, but it's like $18. It's expensive.
You bring your own Zyrtec.
But I'm actually more excited about the FanDuel Network thing than anything, because I think this is something that could actually save a company if they invest.
FanDuel is the gambling thing, right? The gambling.
No, it's just a regional sports network. FanDuel got the naming rights. Bally was just the regional sports network. Bally got the naming rights.
So what is all this stuff I see where you can gamble? It's not FanDuel?
It is. It's two separate things. They just got the naming rights. It's like Crypto.com Arena is not gambling. It is not a Bitcoin operation. They just got the naming rights to the arena. FanDuel got the naming rights to the network.
Gotcha.
It is confusing since it's a gambling thing and everybody's gambling on sports. But the point is they are a network that broadcasts these games, which means they have the access. So if you get a sponsor to pay for the production budget and they promise the access and the distribution of it, now we've got ourselves a business model. Now Virtual Presence can actually do something going forward on a regular basis. That is far more exciting than any individual team. Boom! That's what I've been working on for 2 goddamn years. So 2025 seems to be the opposite of 24. 24 started with, you're going to the Super Bowl. And then 2 weeks later got punched in the face. And then all of 24 was a disaster of meetings that never went anywhere. Now, this year didn't start real good, didn't know what was going to happen. And then, boom, everything kind of worked out. It's pretty good so far. Ooh. Scam likely. I love Scam likely. Ever pick up that phone and be like, how you doing?
I always do.
It's been a while.
We're on camera, but I always do. And I do
Dude,
something.
hit it.
I do something like, hello?
Dude, let's hit it. Do it on speaker.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? How you doing?
Why are you calling?
Yeah.
And they hang out.
They're like, what's wrong with these people? So that's my news. That's pretty much it. It's just there are 3 things going pretty strong, and for the first time, you can see stuff happen. I'm getting to decision makers. The other thing that's really great, guess who one of Pete Carroll's good friends is? Mr. Steve Ballmer.
He owns
Intuitum Clippers, all that kind of stuff. And of course, my meeting with the Clippers went nowhere because the person was like, that was great. Here's the door. Like, it was like, what do you mean? There is a possibility to finally, at least, I just want to show it to Ballmer. If I'm Ballmer, I want this shit everywhere. But that's just me. So, yeah, everything is good. And I needed to update these motherfuckers because, unfortunately, I've done this on the journey. I've told some of these stories on the journey, but I did it with a flat camera because, I can't set this up all the time. You know what I mean? So now, at least, they know we can move forward, and that's what it's all about.
If you didn't realize, Adam has a lot to say.
Well, I'm done now.
And I have nothing to say, so this could be a problem.
Well, we could end it. I mean, I'd like to have the upload time be a lot quieter, and I also want to talk to you about some shit that you can't know about. Right. Okay, well, there you go. That's Virtual Presence Podcast.
So look, Virtual Presence
Podcast.
That's a lot to say.
Virtual
Presence Podcast has given you all the info as to what is going on.
It's going down.
I am the immediate hot set dressing. Yeah, and so there.
Retired black man. That's I fill my scenes with the good looking black dudes. I got nothing. All right, so I'm gonna record this on the way out. You got to get yourself some of these. These are kind of cool. Oh, dude!
Spy glasses. That
well, they're not really. I mean, you can see
like
a light
Ray-Ban.
going on.
Ray-Ban.
Do you know what's crazy? Is I was at my kid's football game, and the coach and the ref were fucking fighting with each other, and I was like,
they were fucking and fighting.
They were fucking fighting with each other.
Oh, fucking fighting with each other.
And I did one. I was like, click, and they go at it. And they're like, he's like, well, don't talk to me like that.
That's like a upload for a Karen video.
Well, I'll tell you what it was.
Karen or Ken, I think they call it.
It interrupted some kid getting like a player of the week, and they were trying to give him his award while the coach is arguing. And the mom was like, man, what the fuck happened? And I'm like, give me your number. I will let you know exactly what happened. And I was at least able to text it to her and go, here's what happened. I'm sorry your kid lost the spotlight because they decided to fight about it.
The United States of America, we're doomed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, that's a whole different podcast.
The education has been compromised. Social programs have been compromised. The truth has been compromised.
That's why you're going to move to Thailand. Because he's like, fuck it, I'm out.
And we have been taught that all of these countries around the world are either bad or this or that and the other. And it's not the truth.
It is not the truth.
And I'm Goldie Wilson, and I never say anything like that.
Make America great again, Goldie.
Sawadee ka.
All right, go Bucks. See you in March.
I found an Ohio State golf ball on the golf course.
Oh,
today,
did you?
And I immediately thought of this.
Did you grab it?
I did. It's in my golf.
Can
bag.
I have it? Well, why would you keep it for yourself? Go Bucks. What? Why wouldn't you give it to Adam? That's mean.
So I need everybody to tune in with their comment on that request.
Why wouldn't you give me a golf ball that says Ohio State on it?
Adam wants my balls.
And see.
Oh, and there's a lot more of these. Please check out my other VRLOGs and subscribe and comment. It means the world to me.